Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. We're just here to talk really briefly about this whole Wendy Williams situation. It's all over the doggone internet. So disheartened about this. Have y'all heard about this whole Wendy Williams situation? Well, evidently she was out somewhere coming in from getting a quick takeout with this fella that, she's spending time with. People say that's her new boyfriend. I don't know if that's her new boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody to make her feel good. Come on, Daddy. Make me feel good, Daddy. Somebody, she spent a little time with that's able to do things the way she like it to be done. You know what I'm saying? Younger, virile, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of energy, got a lot of fuel in the tank and whatnot. Strong in places and soft in others. I see what's going on. But to call it a boyfriend, I don't know. But anyway, she out with this man. They done went around here and got a little takeout, and the folks done caught her with the camera, the paparazzi, and talking to her on TMZ or somewhere. Got to asking her about Kevin. First of all, the person pretended like they didn't know that gentleman that she was in the car with wasn't Kevin. Well, of course you know that wasn't Kevin because they wasn't fighting like Ike and Tina. You know what I'm saying? The bags and stuff was sitting there nice, still tied up from the restaurant and everything. The individual was calm and cool. He wasn't trying to take over. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't scaredish. So you already know it wasn't Kevin because she wasn't nervous. She wasn't scared to talk. But anyway, the man tried to pretend like he thought that was Kevin, and she cleared it up right away. She said, "This is not Kevin. Okay, this is not Kevin." And it was a moment. It was a moment. And people talking, they saying, asking questions, they saying what's going on with her, was she I don't know. Let me see. Dave Chappelle told this joke one time about calling women hoes. And he said, I'll say this. I'm not going to call a woman a hoe. I'm just saying you're wearing a whore's uniform. In other words, I'm not saying what's going on with Wendy Williams in terms of self-medication or having some outside influences on her personality and her demeanor. I can't really call it on that because I have not actually done a type of toxicology report or whatnot. But I remember when I saw her do that breakdown and just the way she was kind of a little bit all over the place, kind of train wreckish. I'm going to tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Bobby! Bobby! Y'all remember Bobby, Whitney, and Bobby? Huh? Y'all remember that? That's what it was giving me. And all I could think about was that moment we all found out that Whitney Houston was dead, and she was talking about it on her show, and she just gave us real authenticity, emotion. I mean, it was so compelling for her to talk about her own struggle with drug abuse and substance abuse, and how it made her feel, in terms of her own mortality, and having grateful to have survived a period in her time where she was really out there like that. She could relate. Her and Whitney were either the same age, right close to each other's age or whatever, and it was just such a touching moment. And it's the very moment, that moment is why I always cut Wendy Williams some slack. That moment is who Wendy is to me. It's not all this other stunts and shows that she does. I always, from that moment on, saw Wendy as a woman just like me. She's got her propensities, she's got her shortcomings, she's got her flaws, but I just personally, I I don't go in on Wendy like that because, you know what I'm saying, she just like a lot of women. No matter how much money they got, jobs, education, nice things, if you're inherently not happy with yourself, with your life, with your surroundings, if you're letting all of these other external things come in, it's gonna disturb your happiness. It's gonna disturb your peace. We saw where Whitney Houston was in the sort of same place. Pinnacle, amazing, immaculate, crystal clear, spot on voice. The voice of an angel, just as pure and simple and giving. Whitney Houston's voice was like nourishment. It was like food, like water, darling, like hydration, okay? The very sound of it, you know what I'm saying? You just felt better. You felt loved. You felt hugged. You felt comforted. I mean, come on. The girl did her thing. The girl was bad. Bad. You know, and in and out of her life, different people trying to find the happiness, trying to find that sweet spot. Clock is ticking. Want a baby, want a husband. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to do. But still at the same time, you're doing what you got to do to stay on. But you don't realize that you off. Like you off. You know what I'm saying? Like you off. Trying to be normal, trying to hold in the row. When Wendy Williams went to talking, and it was more like a short ramble, and she brought up the potato salad. She said, of course, there is potato salad. I was like, well, why is we talking about potatoes and mayonnaise and eggs? I don't understand, ma'am. What? Roll that window up, pull that door too. Like, who's in charge? Who's in charge? I mean, it just was giving me that feeling when I was looking at it. I was like, oh, Wendy, honey, don't do this. Some people say it's stunts, it's shows, because she's trying to sell a book. She's trying to get this interview that's going to garner her this huge. I pray that is what it is. I pray that it is a stunt. It is an attempt at attention, because that is better than the alternative, in my opinion. I don't want to hear anything, tragic, humiliating, shameful about Wendy. I don't want it to take this turn where you're declining, you're appearing to spiral, you're appearing to not be all together well, darling. And you've got this individual, whomever he may be, whether he may be the plumber, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, you know what I'm saying? And that individual is not necessarily giving you the teas that you looking for. It's not what you need. It ain't in the container. It ain't in the potato salad. And it ain't in the seat next to you, my dear. I just, I don't know. But this is the house that Jack built too. I can come from that perspective as well. This is the house that Jack built. This is the house and it ain't no home. But she almost has to stay in the spotlight to stay relevant. She almost has to be out there. But are you in a position to be out there? I don't know. This is the first time, and I mentioned this on Beautiful Soul Speaks. If you guys have not checked out Beautiful Soul Speaks, she did a small word on the curb about Wendy Williams and this conversation that was caught on camera, where she appeared to have just a little bit of a breakdown, emotional breakdown, crying and whatnot. And Beautiful Soul played a snippet of the interview, and of course she has a link there. You guys check her out. She gives great commentary, and unlike me, she goes back and she reads through the backstory and she keeps up with all the characters, which is why I love her so much. Me, I just come in with my opinion of the situation, And I just wanted to talk about it because I've been a big supporter of Wendy through this whole process of her, sort of being exposed, her personal life being exposed layer by layer. I've really been going hard in the paint for Wendy, and I stand by that. But this is the first time I've been concerned about her, because Wendy is always like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she said that with that fractured story, that fractured shoulder story, baby, and she kept that fractured story. It did not move, darling. Just with a straight face, and did a whole show afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Even after she had that fall, she came on camera laying down on the chase with her head wrapped up and all of her medicines lined up on the table, and hydration. She's always been able to keep a face on, a brave face. The mention of her son may have been a reason why she was breaking a bit, and the fact that we've learned that Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. are still not speaking. Kevin Sr. did not choose to press charges when Kevin Jr. pummeled him in the face. Okay. And so that's really good, but I don't know if it's the fracturing of that relationship that she got emotional over. But it is, when she brought the potato salad up, I was like, oh no, there's something different. Something else is going on here. And I just kept thinking about Whitney. That's how we watch Whitney and Bobby, and just the unraveling, the spiraling down of Whitney, and then this brief moment where she seemed to take hold of herself and appear to want to do better and be better, and the next thing we know, she's found floating in a bathtub, deceased. Like, so I worry about my sisters. I'm concerned about Wendy. And I know it's a time where people want to revel, but I'm concerned about her. I wasn't concerned at the fall, and I made mention in my comment on Beautiful Soul Speaks page, channel, when she did the story earlier today. I wasn't worried when she did it was the Halloween stumble. I wasn't worried about the thyroid. I wasn't worried about the fractured shoulder. I really felt like Wendy seemed like she was really holding it together, and she seemed as though she had a solid plan. She seemed very self-assured. She seemed sure-footed to a certain degree. Even when she came on stage, in the audience, not on stage, announced that she's been in a sober living home, and she goes there every day, and she's made no bones. I mean, she was just so strong in that moment, and she took her power back. She maintained her power by telling her own tea. I felt like, okay, Wendy, I feel like you know what you're doing, girl. You know what you're doing. You've been out here walking, tiptoeing through the raindrops, slipping and sliding low these many years. You know what I'm saying? I'm reporting on other people, making note of their shortfalls and shortcomings and missteps. And, I just felt like this girl is not weak. She's not a pushover. She's stronger than she looks. She's stronger than this situation, these series of situations, for sure. Even though they seem unfathomable. A baby from a young woman. How many years? 10 or more years this relationship has transpired, and he's bought the woman a house up the road. The girl held it together. But that man asked one question, and she went into potato salad and this voice. I was like, oh, no. This is not good. What's going on? Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all tell me what you think. Those of you who follow me know I have supported Wendy, in my own little way. I have not been here with this whole break Wendy down because Wendy talked about a bunch of people in ways that she shouldn't have. I'm not dogging that sister. I'm not. I was never worried. Now I'm worried. I'm concerned. Y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the interview. Have you seen it? Tell me what you think is going on. Tell me if you think that it had something to do with the type of question that he asked, the fact that he brought up Kevin. What do you guys think is happening? I would love to hear your opinion. Badu, LaD, Rowdy Chica, Rambling K, My Twisted Life, my girls. Where my girls at? Bring back my girls. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Tell me what you think. Put it down below. And until next time, y'all remember to keep Wendy Williams in your prayers. Just like you want somebody to pray for you, y'all pray for Wendy. Please, I don't want Wendy to go out like this. I'm not saying she going out. I'm just saying I'm seeing some similar characteristics and it's worrying me. So y'all keep in y'all prayers. Sincerely, you guys. And until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.